Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the... Hello there.
Hello motherfucker.
Alright, so welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a good time. So morning grind sesh, so to speak. We do need to go very fast to try and go through all of my 6-star roster. And yeah, need to try and get that super Skrull dude. Right, what's up no one? What's up Growler? What's up Soraj? Hope all of you are having a good start of the weekend. Hope you had a good Friday night and all that good stuff. What's up Paul Radu? How are you doing? And yeah, have a very busy day planned today. There should be, well, at least a handful of cool videos coming out. I do have a very quick Alliance War video to make, which is not going to be the most exciting, but still, you know, hashtag still counts. And then I also have a MCOC video to make. And then I think I want to make video on my soccer buff after all, because I do think his buff is more important than I initially realized it. And then there is one more video I want to make definitely today, which is to do with Hood. Well, not exactly specifically Hood, but with the idea of Kabam taking away some base utility that people might already have ranked up a champion for when they're doing these buffs, and that is something that I disagree with. The idea, for instance, if you just now, let's say, took Hood to rank 5 to beat champion boss because he was like one of your best options. Fact of the matter is, after the buff, he probably will not be able to do that fine. Did he go to sleep? Why? I just woke up. Morning KT. Hulk addition to the members emojis happening today. Yes, it should happen today. Actually, you know what? Let me send that message already. Let me hide my phone and I'll send that message right now to make sure that the emoji is prepared. And so I send that. It's probably going to be, well, by the end of the day, because White Mommy is from America. Buffton, he's getting changed. Who's getting changed? He's definitely getting a damage increase, but he's losing Fate Seal, which was very important. So, effectively, parts of him are taken away, yes. What's up, Near? Hiding. What's up, Chris Shaji? It's going to be another confusing side event. I'll try to... maybe. I'll take a look at it. If I will feel like we need to make a video about it, I will make that video about it. I'm here for you guys. Don't worry. If you follow this channel, you will not be confused by that side event. How about that? I think that's fair. What's up, Dave? Just watched Angelo bit, looking tasty. It looks quite good, yes. You didn't get this stream's notification, but yet you're here, so thank you. What's up, Summer Bassoon? And everyone else. Hope you guys are well. Welcome back. 12:30. I'm here, but I must say the stream is going to be just under 2 hours, just so I know. So I'm very happy that you're here, and hopefully, well, at the very least, the stream lives up to your expectations. Right? Right? Am I right or right? As long as we don't get another arcade event. Yeah, it's not going to be another arcade event, because fact of the matter is there is no choice involved per se, so it's immediately going to be simpler. Arcade event was as confusing as it was because there were a lot of moving parts, and one of them involved you choosing one of 3 quests, and that one quest awarded more stuff than other one. Here, you only have one quest, one path, kind of like one thing to do. How do I connect my phone to my PC Streamlabs? Well, you will need some sort of mirror system. Like the way I connect it is with Elgato Stream Capture Card. One second, I'm gonna show it to you. I think somewhere. Can I show it there? Oh, I know. See, I use a stream capture card like this. It actually looks worse in the photo than it really is. I actually dusted it yesterday. I don't know why there are all of those white spots, but I use a capture card like this. It costs about $100, and then when you basically put the cables from that to your PC and from that to your phone, it mirrors the screen. There are other mirroring options available, but I think wired connections kind of like always better, unless you have like mega good PC and internet and all that, and you do need to buy that. It's called Elgato Capture Card. So mine is HD60S. There are several different ones. I think I have the most basic one, but you know, it works well enough. But that is how I do it. I have heard that some people use a program called Reflector, I think, but I'm not entirely sure with those. Does Falcons can shut down Mordo's power gain? No. I don't think it does. You basically shut down abilities that would trigger when you hit opponents, kind of thing. Are you aiming for? I don't think he's gonna go high, and I never aim for these casual grinds. I kind of just do my 6 stars. I just grind out my 6 stars 6 times in total, twice a day, over the course of 3 days, and I typically end up at something close to 50 million. I think he's gonna go for low 40 or so. But for all of these kind of like basic champions, like, I don't know, your Jubilees and stuff like that, I don't want to invest like too much time, because truth of the matter is I wouldn't be too fast if I miss. So I just typically kind of like put up close to 50, like 48, 50 million points, and that normally is kind of good enough for all of these champions that are not hyped. And yeah, I think he's probably gonna go similar to Psychoman at like high 30s, low 40s, something like that. Worth considering Angelo for a second. Wait till the buff is live. I'm not going to say do it. I'm not going to say don't do it, because considering, yeah, okay, you can consider it, but do not rank anything. Do not make any final conclusions up until the buff is actually live. It's kind of like iHulk. Like, on paper and everything about iHulk kind of sucks a bit. It's definitely not on a champion that I would ever look at. Once I actually got playing him, find him incredibly fun, kind of more useful than he is on paper, and yeah, I enjoy him a lot. I end up ranking him. And the same situation here. Just wait till you actually get to play the champion and then decide. And yeah, Paul Radu, those 2 armor buffs likely are gonna be converted into Furies, so not permanent, if you dash back and hold block, which is what you want to do, so not permanent. Well, I think, doesn't Mordo have like ability that says his ability accuracy? Oh, maybe not. But anyways, maybe even more important point there. At least you can like parry heavy. No, sorry, parry and attack him. But yeah, I don't think it does shut it down. I am not in 7.2 beta, no. But I haven't heard anything like too bad about it. I actually haven't really followed anything that has happened with 7.2 beta. So I will draw my conclusions when I actually get to play the content. You resisting little... Man, this is very, very long for an arena fight. My bad. Venom better than Buck Angela? Probably. But Venom is very, very good champion. Honestly, this is a bit of hot take, but I'm more hoping Odin has really great prestige more. I think it's a reasonable take. We haven't had a high prestige champion in a really, really, really long time. Good morning, Leonardo. How are you doing? Did you answer all of the questions? Yes, yes I did. Very good. I'm doing a good job. Oh, hashtag proud of myself. Right. Thanks, Scarlet Witch, Human Torch.
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny.
Next week is going to be a very, very interesting week. Feel it in the air. What the hell was that? I don't know, how do you think? What was it? It was a comedy police, my friend. Also, remember, guys.
Don't be rude.
Yes, I'm going for the sprint. Wait, I'm grinding for Psycho Man. I might as well grind for this one. And again, like, you need to understand, for me, it really isn't that much of an effort. For me, it doesn't make sense not to go for new champions, because all I have to do is grind out my 6 stars twice a day to put up like 50 million points or close to that. So it's really not that big of an effort. And I get a new 5-star, and I can make videos about them, and, you know, whatever else. So why not? What's up, Orange? How are you doing? And this works perfectly in my evil plans about acquiring a lot of bottle chips. Did you get that OP self-esteem? Well, maybe. What's up, Usama? How are you doing? Oh, this is the point in the morning that I enjoy. This is the point in the morning where my painkillers kick in. Ooh, ooh. I got a bit of fuzzies in the belly now. There are many bad things about having to take painkillers and about painkillers themselves, but when you hit the fuzzies, it's quite alright. And I find my Colossus man and just need Apocalypse for lol. Well, you actually can easily replace Apocalypse with White Magneto if you want. White Magneto offers also a very, very useful synergy for Colossus. And you're not going to miss out much if you have Professor X. Rank up my Red Hulk 6-star Unawakened or Immortal Abomination. Ooh, I'd probably go with the Red Hulk, honestly, first. Immortal Abomination is amazing, I love it. But just the fact that Abomination is Unawakened kind of puts me off, and it's a 5-star versus Awakened 6-star, I'd go with that. Be well, would you rank 3 Unduped Warlock or a Duped Guardian 6-star? Unduped Warlock. Going to fine, hope your day goes well too. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. Champion ranking videos coming. They come twice a year, so you're gonna have to wait another, well, about 3 months at this point. That passive stun is helpful in some instances, but what's more important is White Magneto actually has a synergy with Colossus himself, and also Colossus is a metal and a hero, so you get increased ability accuracy reduction. Sorry, increased ability accuracy, which lets you convert more armor ups, which is kind of what Apocalypse's Horseman ability does, and you get attack increase. So yeah, just use White Magneto. Okay, that coffee is so nice. Been exploring 625 with the extra low potions, and damn, some of the fights in 625 is probably universally considered the hardest quest in the game, period. As in, like, the shittiest, the hardest thing Kebab has ever made. How excited am I for Odin? Quite, but I haven't seen what he does, first of all. I actually have MCOC's abilities right in front of me here on a separate tab. After this stream, one of the first things I'm gonna do is gonna make that MCOC video. And his abilities, he looks quite cool. But yes, I'm excited for Odin, whose abilities I do not have, unfortunately. Right. But hopefully they don't do him Sentry. Pull the Cap Marvel movie from dual class. Should I put my 5-star generic awakening gem? I did that. If you like her, then do it. But it's up to you if you really want to do that. And wait 3 more months to hear Ghost is the best. Yes, you do. But I got White Magneto, I'll try. No worries, man. Next 6-star featured is 50-50 featured wise Immortal Abomination, Spider-Ham, and Strife will be good, but Jubilee and this month's Shams will be misses. Yeah, so therefore, I don't think I'm going for the new featured. I think I'm gonna be just trying to get more champions, and I think I'm just gonna be kind of skipping. I love Immortal Abomination and all that, I really do. But the rest of the, I'll just go for basics. Yeah, exactly. Unless it has like crazy good amount of other OP champions. What do you think about MCOC's abilities? It looks quite interesting. I think I'm missing like a few lines of text, which could be very important. But he looks like he could be quite cool. I like the fact that if his damage is okay at its base, and here's the key thing, because he has basically an ability to give up most of his damage to gain. He has ability to give up most of his damage to gain shock, incinerate, cold snap, and frostbite immunity. He's immune to armor break, and he's immune to bleed on his base. So his damage is good enough. I really want that freaking champion. I really want that freaking champion because that's crazy good for a Mystic champion. I hope they make Odin like someone unique, not a regular. Yep, me too. I do as well. Do you think it's better to use AA and Nick Fury against 625 Mordo? AA, because Archangel doesn't have a buff on his base, kind of like. So I'll probably would say Archangel. Yeah, it's not exactly about the length of the quest. It's just about that there are very, very, very shitty node combos, and you always have to play around the Do Not Go Gentle, which is arguably the most intrusive global node that we have. So, yeah. The unfortunate thing is that you will have to forego most of your damage rotation to keep that Incinerate, Shock, Cold Snap, Frostbite immunity. But immune to bleed and armor breaks on his base is also quite useful. So I really want to see what he does. I'm definitely very interested. What's up, Matt Murdoch? How are you doing? It's COMRADE himself. Come on, one crit to finish this off. Okay, whatever, saw that. Sahaman and Super Skrull are way too... Yeah, not just... overly animated, I don't care about that. They can do whatever they want with animations for the most part. They're also overly complicated. You have just too much stuff that's too hard to kind of like readily recall from top of your head and always be confident using those champions. All the quests are long and some of the node combos really hard. Well, good luck, right? Good luck. Apocalypse do provide 50% special bonus, but that does not matter in Labyrinth, because pretty much every special attack, if it crits, it hits the damage cap anyways, and often even if it doesn't, you hit the 50k damage cap. So special attack bonus doesn't really matter in Labyrinth. A lot of immunities probably. maybe Mysticals. Yeah, there aren't many Incinerate or Calls of Immune and or Shock Immune champions, so that's quite good. So Pratik, spell my name. Pratik Solanki. What's up? MCOC looks like good Incinerator, yep. What does MCOC do best from the looks of it? I think he's gonna be able to do quite a lot of damage, has a decent amount of utility. I'm not sure of his defense, and that will depend on his animations. But he definitely looks interesting. I'll make a video about it soon. He still hits more though, even though Disaster Wade well stunned. Perfect, Lawrence. Very good shot. It's worth going for a 6-star feature when I have... No, just go for basic. I have 115 6-stars. And I'm thinking whether it's worth it or not, and I'm going back and forth, and the last crystals that I have opened with basics, for instance. If I had 15 or 30 or 50, I wouldn't go for 6-star features. This is what I always, right? Please, one crit. Always, right? What do you call someone who points out the obvious? Someone who points out the obvious. Okay.
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny.
I don't want to use Ghost because I don't have Wasp. Omega Red did the most heavy lifting. I just don't like Omega Red all that much. 33.3k, yes. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I need to keep a close eye on something because I really want to take one screenshot. Interesting synergies, yes. MCOC's interesting synergies. 1 second. He has definitely some cool synergies. There's again some line of text missing because he has with Kingpin, Hulk, Immortal, Wolverine X, Weapon X solo synergy. And then there's like missing what it exactly it is. But he has synergy with Loki that gives Loki attack. He gives Bishop more regeneration rate and prowess potency. He gives Havoc combat rate and ability accuracy, ability power rate, combat power rate. So he gives Havoc more power basically. And he has a synergy with Odin as well, that when dealing a burst of direct... Yeah, anyways, I'll get to it. There's going to be a video coming a little later. Would revamp... Initially, I didn't think it was too big of a deal, but I kind of thought about it as I was falling asleep a bit, and it really did piss me off, because I didn't think of it from an aspect of, if you already like Hood, or if you already use Hood, and you invested your materials for him to do something specific. Like some people ranked up Hood to deal with the champion bosses that didn't have better options, for example. The fact that he will not be able to do many of the fights that people might have used him for before really bothers me. So I will probably make a video about it. Why don't you like Omega Red? I don't know. I just... It's not... I don't dislike. I don't know. Okay, so here's one thing. Because I don't value Sabertooth high, and Omega Red really does want Sabertooth synergy, and it's much harder to play him without Sabertooth. Like, I tried, for instance, as often as I can play Ghost without synergies, or at the very least without the Wasp synergy. And I'm fine with that, even though I think Wasp and Hood both are better than Sabertooth in endgame scenarios. But anyways, so kind of making it harder for myself to use Omega Red, it's actually a very complex topic there. When Miles, we don't know. We don't know when Miles and Black Panther buffs are coming. Soon. I'm running Suicide Farm Arena and being cheap, not wanting change. No, that's fair. You can do what you want, man. I'm not here to judge. Omega Red is a fantastic champion. It's just not exactly my cup of tea. Yeah, hoping that Odin has OP synergies. That would be cool. Jankaman's hatred synergy Mangog? Oh, we don't know. It could be. It probably is. It definitely should be. Finally got past 611 on Nihilus thanks to your suggestion using Magneto. I just watched your video on Sig1 and done and found it really helpful. Thank you, Choco. Chocoholic. Appreciate that. And I'm glad that you made it past. A problem finding us. Good sucks. I want to rank down ticket. Well, that is part of the discussion because even if he's good, but he can't be used for what you ranked him for, you probably should get that rank down ticket. So again, as I said before, I think it's definitely worth discussing. So I'll probably make a video on it. Yes, actually, Chocoholic, I'm gonna make a video not quite like that, but I'm gonna make a video about how to rank 6 stars for prestige. Because many people think, oh, he has quite high prestige and I'm gonna take him up and I'm gonna put all the 6 stones in him. And that is wrong approach. So I think tomorrow probably, because today I have like a lot of stuff to do already, I'm gonna make a video about best prestige champions to rank or how to rank for prestige. Mango hanging out with Kingpin? Why not? Why not? If good sucks, I want to rank down ticket. It'll sell my 6 and bring back the 10k 6-star chance. He is bad. Why am I grinding for him? Because it's also easy to pick him up. Why Kabam not giving buff to Howard the Duck? I mean, they eventually will. Here's the thing. Because they do have like these several levels of buffs. They have smaller buffs like these ones, and then they have the complete overhauls like Magneto and stuff like that. So all of the memes are the ones that are going to be getting the complete overhauls, like Magneto did. That's why your Howard the Duck or Miles Morales or whatever hasn't gotten a buff yet. All of the champions that are okay, just not great or good, are getting these smaller buffs. Did I watch WandaVision episode 8? Yes, but we're not talking about it until Monday. No WandaVision spoilers here until Monday. What do you think Iron Man Infinity War against Mordor, since he just completely ignores Astral Weight and his... it could work. I haven't seen many people do it, but it could work, yeah. Yeah, Delpatel, I agree. I'll probably use that cat's post as well. I'll use that cat's post as well in the video. What do you... I don't use Sabertooth as well. Hunsley only need maybe 2 champs for that. No, that's fair enough. If you're okay with it, that's fine. Vivi is actually legit on long fights. Yes, he is. But again, he's not quite... He might be legit with full synergy team, and so is Thor Ragnarok. But neither of those 2 champions are worth bringing in a full synergy team. Like, you know what I mean? There's, in any competitive content, there's like maybe 1 in 50 lanes that you would actually be able to bring him in, and probably no condition where that would be the best option to do. Yeah, but get me? No, they're not. It's not 1 rework per month. Next month is gonna be 2 complete overhauls. What's up, Son of Moses? Favorite MCOC YouTuber? I don't know. Enzo is probably the nicest. Vega is quite cool. But there's a whole bunch of awesome people. Can you give me some tips for 632 Nick Fury? I have an entire video giving you tips for that fight. Have an entire video about... If you type in 632, type in KT1, there's gonna be a guide for that quest. Well, entering the realm of buffing usable champs now, rank down ticket should be given. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Exactly. Did I miss any message? Or is Black Widow Deadly Origin worth rank 3? I would consider it. I wouldn't rush to that judgment. I'd personally say probably not for most people, but it is good buff all champions because I did not. Yeah, all that is also there. All the variant ranked up gems are very good. Growler. I have never loved playing Ghost. I haven't. And I'm not the biggest fan of using Ghost either. I have a 5-star rank 5, I have a 6-star rank 3, and I do use her, but I kind of try not to. And she's definitely not one of those champions that I use daily. Yeah, Havoc can work against 632 Fury if you play well now. Any mutant can, really. Is Colossus good for LoL exploration? For LoL, definitely. For Abyss, not quite, because Colossus does rely on synergy team, which you cannot always bring in. You thought about playing Apex of Legends? I've never tried it. I have never played Apex or any other games. I generally don't play any other games. Just this one. I was expecting Odin to be a noodle father. I think there are plenty of people who are. After what they did to Sentry and a bunch of others. You're not alone there. There is a big problem with Civil Warrior buff, to be honest, and that is the fact that he has to refresh those Furies every 12 seconds. But we'll see. We'll see. It could be very good, yes. Best rotation for CGR. I have a video that explains the realistic rotation that you're gonna use in 90% of your fights. If you type in CGR KT1, then there's a realistic day-to-day rotation that does not involve dropping level 3 and sitting through level 3 animation for every fight just to finish it with like 2 hits afterwards. And that's the rotation that I use to farm potions in Realm of Legends and stuff like that. And I think that is the best rotation for him. For vast majority of the fights. In the rankings of mutants, how good is... I'm not sure. He hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't proved himself. So there lies the problem, right? How many stripes have you seen put in work? We haven't had any big piece of content since either as well. Will you bring back COMRADE reviews? I'm not sure. Maybe some different form of it. I'm trying the Kabam HQ meetings now. When will APOC and CGR be in 6-star basics? In 24 days from now. This will be soon. 24 days from now. Unawaken CMM or Unawaken Hype? Awaken Hype? How about that? Rank Hype and get him awakened. What do you think of this team for Path 2 of Abyss, Torch, Aegon, Doom, She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic? Doom plus Mr. Fantastic doesn't really work against that Punisher 2099 and whatever. Not Punisher 2099, the Goblin. So ideally you want to bring in Magneto. Yeah, Magneto. No, I do not think Falcon is close to Nick Fury level. I don't think anyone is in skill class. Watching now, thanks for suggesting. No worries. Finally, Massacre would be... well, I actually enjoyed playing Massacre quite a bit. I used Massacre myself exploring 7.1 and stuff, so I'm happy for him for sure. I went over his buff again, and I will make a video on him after all, because I do think the changes are quite important. I made an error, kind of like Russia made a boo-boo. It's alright, no worries. There we go. What's up? Army. The silently buffed Hulkbuster. I don't know if it is a buff, but I like previously when I used Hulkbuster, I did get hit in the face quite a lot. So recently though, it's been quite a lot better. You think? No, I don't think. I think people should just shut up about these champion comparisons all the time. Mallman isn't skill Corvus. Corvus is Corvus and Mallman is Mallman. Oh, why did that get deleted? You'd like to see me lose my shit. Do you think I would? Maybe I would. Maybe I would. Skill hunt. Again, I just don't like these champion comparisons or anything other than like genuinely. Okay, so here's my problem. I hate these champion comparisons for anything other than actually trying the best to describe the character. Because we mainly use these like mutant Aegon, skill cores, whatever. What you're doing is you're being a parasite on some other champion's success. You are effectively leeching the love and affection and the respect that people have for Corvus or for Aegon, and you're trying to bestow it upon something new. Trying my judgment call. So I don't like when people do that. It's perfectly fine to compare one champion to another when you want to describe how their abilities work or whatever. But if you're doing with the intent in head to kind of like get the most glory, like like mutant Aegon for Strife. Like, why is he like Aegon? Why did nobody said he's the new mutant CLoSSTANG? Right? It's just as accurate. Both of them are ramp up champions. Both of them can do big damage. Why did nobody say that Strife is mutant Morningstar or mutant CLoSSTANG? Everybody went with Aegon because Aegon has a lot of prestige, love, and affection, and that will get people hyped, and that will get people either clicking on their videos or pay attention more, right? But it's intellectually misleading, I think. So I think it's perfectly fine to compare champion one to another, but not if you're trying to kind of like build up something new to something that's like. I hope I made myself clear. Variant 6 Daredevil will be harder now, yes. Variant 6 Daredevil will be harder. Mom has been making some alright decisions recently, yes. Remember when Doom failed to reach the amount of hype he had? Yes, I know. I know. Started my YouTube channel. Very good for you. And all the best to you, my friend. I hope you do well and you grow. If you want some sort of recognition for just starting a YouTube channel, then that's not going to happen. Ultimately, if you do a good job and you make good videos, that's up to you. But don't ask for a raise on your first day at work. If you just started a YouTube channel, effectively just starting a new work, right? How many reviews do you think are worth it to do, lol? A couple? Handful? I don't know. 10? I was there, and I'm still getting hit? I don't know, I wasn't, but hey, if you were, then maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right. But still, Hulkbuster is freaking awesome though. What are you planning to put up in this arena? I'm just grinding out my 6 stars. That's the only thing that I'm planning to do. The only thing that I'm doing is running my 6-star champions twice a day. Where I end up is where I end up. Not like going overly serious for it. Come on. He has nifty little getting up animation. Got Cavalier, nice, congrats, man. Angela buff looks quite interesting, but I don't quite like the fact that vast majority of her utility now is behind Sig 200 or very high Sig. You know, there's a Hulkbuster after the specialty, you don't get pushed back as much. Yeah, that's what I also have kind of noticed. Hey, what's up, Wally? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Do I like Seaton? I don't dislike him. I mean, like, he's definitely a very good content creator, and he's very entertaining. In many ways, he's like far more successful than any of us. Now, I don't always agree with every single opinion or everything he does, but I never agree with everything anyone does, so... overall, yeah, I do watch several of his videos. And obviously there are things that I don't particularly care about. Like for me personally, I rarely watch stuff like crystal openings and stuff like that. I'm more like discussions, opinions, info pieces, like champion showcase, stuff like that. I'm not particularly interested in watching crystal openings. But hey, he makes some cool videos. I have nothing like against him. There's nowhere close to the level of Aegon even after. Exactly. Horus and Aegon comparisons get more views. Also true. Buff am I most excited for? Actually, I'm kind of excited for pretty much all of them now. There is no one single buff that really stands out. I guess on a personal level, it would be Civil Warrior, because that is the 6-star that I have duped. I don't have a 6-star Angela. I mean, like, I have Hood 6-star and I have Massacre 6-star as well, but they're not duped, so we're gonna dub it a little bit. You consider rank 3 Terrax? No. I mean, okay, no. That is a bad answer. If my alliance needed rank 3 Terrax on defense, I would do it. If I'm talking about who I think is better champion, Cosmic Ghost Rider by miles, I think. And do I personally enjoy using Terrax too much? Also no. Do I like using Cosmic Ghost Rider? Yes. So I would do it immediately if my alliance needed one on defense and I had one duped. But other than that, probably not. Not right now anyways. Ren got Cavalier. Congratulations. Apart from CMM, no other Cosmic needs high sig that much. Pretty much. I mean, aside from like Silver Surfer from Prestige. All of them can live in medium sig levels, yes. Really hate the Mystic Cow. Why? Why? Can sniff out someone trying to start drama. Who's starting drama? Do you think Hype is good with suicides? Yes, I have used him. It's trickier to use. He loses some bits of his utility. And I think Hype is definitely a champion that doesn't need suicides at all. But I know for a fact and from experience that he's perfectly playable with suicide masteries as well. How about that? I quite like this answer. I think I did a good job. So I need a little bit of cheer. Do I have cheer? No, I only have booze. Oh man. Yeah, no cheers. Anyways, I'm gonna go with Pew Pew.
Pew 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 pew.
And again, I'm not trying to say there's, like what you said, crystal openings go from excitement for others and self-depression pity. I'm not trying to say nobody should like or watch or enjoy crystal openings at all. Perfectly free to watch whoever you want and whatever type of videos you want, and I have absolutely zero opinion about that. It's just that for me personally, I don't find those videos overly compelling. I know many of my viewers do, because they care about my account and my luck, and I upload them, and that's perfectly fine. It's just not something that I personally seek out to watch. 10-13, no, it's 9-16. Got pretty damn good 6-star roster. Nice, Wally. Happy for you. So April should be 2 overhauls. Yes, April should be 2 overhauls. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, and I know 5-star Angela technically probably right now would be a better rank up. But 5 stars in general, I'm very kind of iffy on ranking up. Like if I wanted to rank up 5 stars, for example, I probably would have taken up 5-star Strife. But I really don't want to rank up 5 stars. Yeah, but get me. Awaken, Colossus, or Hype? Both. It comes as a 6-star cast. Oh, I have commented on that for ages now. I think it's quite disgusting when Kabam is selling 6 stars and not allowing people to work for them in any targeted fashion or manner. I think 6-star Arena was overdue the moment Cavalier Crystals came out. Well, maybe not overdue, but I think ultimately if there are 6-star Cavalier Crystals, then it shouldn't have been more than maybe a couple of months after 6-star Arena comes out. Terex is quite fun. I can accept that Terex is quite fun. No problems with that. Just, again, maybe not for me. What's up, Seraph? How are you doing? The judge way better. Just was debating his rank 2 damage is down, so only just for health. Well, yeah, that's also kind of true, because you already get like a ton of damage. Like in my case, I don't have a 6-star, but with the rank 5 5-star. But I'd still do it. Do it. Sig1 CMM still great, yes. 5-star Orgy Scarlet Witch, how Mystic Awakening Gem should I would not. At this point, Scarlet Witch I think is much more of a trophy than a realistic kind of like top Mystic option. Because of Unstoppable and I don't have a slow champ and I have Turn of Suicides. Ooh. Hype comes as a 6-star in Chaos, still be no 6-star Arena. Would you spend units? It depends where I am and life. Like right now, like Odin is coming and I can't really spend. I'll probably spend a few, but I just can't. Like I can't afford it. Like YouTube is now my only form of income and I need to save as much as I can, because I have never basically lived with as little money, so I need to save everything that I can, and I'm not going to spend money that I don't have on this mobile video game ever again. Angela new 6 scale, we don't know yet. I have not seen this new 6-tone scaling. Alright, thank you very much, Nayan. See ya. As a FTP player, do you think I should invest 5 stars more than 6 stars? No. I think 5 stars are quite rapidly approaching the end of the line. And, well, it kind of depends on how high tiers you play. But I think 5 stars have almost reached their final stop, where 5 stars can be brought in Act 7, but you're heavily encouraged to use 6 stars. 5 stars are irrelevant for prestige in any higher tiers. 5 stars are sniffed on when you see them in Alliance War defense at these times, especially higher tiers. Everybody is expecting 6-star rank 3 defenders and is looking for them. Same as when officers kind of like plan your offensive options, they pretty much mainly look at your rank 3s and only bring in 5 stars if there's no other choice or option. And yeah, so 5 stars are perfectly capable with dealing with everything and anything that we have in game currently. But to me, it's quite clear that game's moving on. And again, if you disagree with that, it's perfectly fine. It's just the way I see the game right now. Who do you think? I don't know. I'm excited for all 4. I will play with them, I'll test them, and then we're gonna draw some conclusions. Six-star hype counts. I mean, I'd probably spend some units that I have grinded. Yeah, obviously I would give it a good old college try. Everyone's more hyped about the buffs than the new champs. Well, McGog actually looks quite good. Oh, Seraph became a member. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Seraph. I appreciate that. Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen? No, I haven't watched any of the new animes. Somebody recommended me to watch it though. Yeah, the side events that gave free cows were quite nice for sure. But yeah, huge thank you, Seraph. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm actually quite weird, by the way. I like to drink half of my coffee hot, and then I often leave it to go cold on purpose, because I also like iced coffees and cold coffees and stuff like that. There's that, just saying. Enjoying your content, keep up the good work, thank you very much, and I will do my best. I do have already quite a lot of videos planned for today and tomorrow, so stay tuned. We have MCOC leaked abilities. Cold coffee or hot coffee? All coffee, any coffee. As long as it's good coffee. Wish you luck, thank you very much with Discord man. That's probably because we don't have... We do have MCOC. We do have MCOC. You see? You see Kabam did a boo-boo and they left his page up. So, 1 second. Here you go. So here are MCOC's abilities. I will make a video about it after the stream, but we do have vast majority of his abilities. They are missing a couple of lines here and there, but I'm desperately trying to get some good damage out of Kingpin to justify to him, but he only a good thing about his permanent region. I kind of agree. And that diva fan. I'm not the biggest Kingpin buff fan. Yeah, the only 5 stars and Quake. Quake and Magic are mainly used in high tier wars. That's what I did. Quick question before I go for next month event. Should I wait a couple of days? Yes. Yes. Wait a bit. I'll make a video explaining that, and then you're gonna be good to go. Infinity War in Endgame. Infinity War by miles. High risk, high reward. Yeah, he looks quite interesting. He does look quite interesting. Do you monetize your vids? Probably not. Yes, of course I do. I do monetize my videos, yes. Of course I do. But if you have like YouTube Premium, then you don't see them or whatever. But yes, all my videos do have ads. That's a weird thing to say proudly. But yes, that's pretty much only way how I get any money outside of like direct donations. But thank you, Daniel. Where do you guys get these details? Well, it's quite simple. Kabam messed up and they basically left it open. So the same way like I accessed those champion spotlight pages yesterday, even though they're technically not up on their blog. If you tapped up, like, okay, so I'm going to show you what's worth checking every time some information drops. Right? So I got display capture here, yeah? So we can take a look at here. You see it says Championship Spotlight the hood, but if you go to news, you see there is nothing. There is just this thing, yeah? So how I got to the next, what champions' actual abilities are, right? So you tap on any champion spotlight and typed in Angela, and there you go. If there is, because often they kind of like pre-write and publish, but do it like on a unlisted mode, kind of like a YouTube video unlisted, where people who has the link can see them, but it doesn't pop up for anyone else. And they did the same thing with MCOC and Odin, but nobody got Odin's screenshots before they took the cheat down. But they did take MCOC screenshots, and that's why they're about. Quite suicide friendly, which, oh yeah, he is, and that is also a very good thing, because Mystic class needs much more of that. I do like that a lot. Mango Man. Alright, Mango Man. Did I forget? Great. Morning, Klaus. How are you doing? That they give us certain Captain American, Iron Man, Infinity War, but not Captain. Yeah, I suppose so. So his abilities on Reddit, but that's how I saw it. Wonderful video yesterday. Thank you very much, Klaus. I think I'm a Sasquatch that is an inner realm Ghost Rider. Kind of, yeah. I think kind of makes sense. Anyways, let's butter these buffoons. Dude, my CMM in next is now going for... Nice, nice. Congratulations, man. That's one of the top options in Cosmic class, so... Very lucky there. Boom. Let's go, Gambit. Let's go, Gambit. Hype. Hype is alright at Suicides. Good enough. He does lose some bits of utility, but I have used Hyperion with Suicides quite a lot, and yeah, you can easily do that, and he's perfectly playable. You can't play him as versatile as you could without Suicides, as in like just spam level 1s and stuff like that, but he's still perfectly viable option because of the regen after level 3s and stuff like that, so yeah. So first death board video, and that was unfortunate. Still can't see how you can crack domino. I get this. I'm not too fast about it. It's just annoyed. And the thing that kind of like pissed me off the most is, and it wasn't just that fact that she somehow gained that power gain buff, which she never does or never did up until then. It's just that I was kind of pulling that fight off to a degree and like kind of like staying in there, so to speak. And then just level 2 ends up hitting some imaginary wall. That really did piss me off. Alright, Yash, see you, man. I hope you have a good day and or night, wherever you're at. And yeah, thanks for popping in. Do me a favor if you haven't already, hit that like button on your way out. That would be appreciated. Yes, you should get willpower. That's a very good idea in here. Very good. I forgot to inform you, KT. I defeated Act 3 Thanos yesterday. Got the 4-star shards from the basic and got CMM. Very hype. Waiting for the level up point. Nice, 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 nice. CMM is a very good champion. Be careful whenever you use Captain Marvel in stun immune matchups, because that's like the one crazy important thing about Captain Marvel, ability to stun the opponent. 6-star CMM, that's awesome, but it's kind of fodder because I have 5-star Awaken Hype. Ooh, well, Hype is better. Hype is the best, but 6 stars are better. So it's one of those situations again where it's tricky. Can I do a stream to discuss WandaVision after the episode drops? I'm not gonna do it with WandaVision because there's like only one episode left, but I could potentially do it with some other series at some point. But I don't want to mix non-MCOC content in too much on this channel. What's up, the Terminator? Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I unlocked willpower rank 2. Oh, yeah. I think with willpower, until you unlock Liquid Courage and Double Edge, you don't need to max that mastery. 1 point is probably enough. That's what I would do personally anyways. If I didn't have the option of putting on Suicides, I would not put more than 1 point in willpower probably. Good color tech unlocked. I think I have few levels in it, not fully. No, that's one of the things that I really want to get to, because I really like Punisher 2099 with maxed out color tech. I think that would be that's a very good combination, because you can effectively play for a very long time with Punisher 2099 before opponent can get to their first special attack, and that's huge. It's huge, I tell you. Sabertooth, Omega Red, and something. Void, why not? It's up. Dominus Mouth. Make a channel called KT2 where you talk about MCU stuff. That might be something along the lines that I do in future. How goes the grind? Slowly but surely. Well, it's MCU related right now because MCU. Oh, I guess so. Iceman isn't great evade counter because you need to keep the cold snap. Yeah, Iceman isn't the best evade counter. That's correct. I mean, he works kinda, but he's not that good as an evade counter. Time to catch these streams before I sleep? Well, perfect. You're here. Seem to be awake. So, thank you. Took my first at T-Rex and the next champion was Cosmic Ghost. Damn, I'm disappointed. Well, at least T-Rex isn't, you know, completely awful anymore. He's playable and he's decent and he's quite fun. What's up, Ankit? How are you doing? 1KT, I did 100% accept. Very good. Congratulations. Got hit in the face reading that chat, but hey, fair game. Congrats, man. Congrats, Osman. Apex is the best evade counter? No. No, not even close. Apex is not even top 10 evade counter. The best evade counter is Molgod? Also no. You're all so wrong. So wrong. Excited for the 5-star next month event. That's good. That's good. Anything that brings you excitement in this game is a good thing. On a personal level, I don't care that much about 5 stars, but it's only because, like, obviously I'm not in that place in the game. And yeah, 5-star Nexus is a cool thing for sure. Karnak, no, it's not Karnak. How much do I think he'll go for? Probably like low 40s or something. I don't think he's gonna go too high. Unit man, nope. Well, kind of, but nope. Kabir Khan, what's up? How are you doing? Exactly, Daniel Murray. Daniel Murray gets it. Best evade counter is Quake, obviously. Use Apex for Mixed Master Map 7 and how found him to. Well, that's the thing, you still need that fight though. Best evade counter is somebody that counters evade from the very start. Does Spider-Gwen nullifying precision works? I don't know. How does it work? Oh yeah, Real Nick Fury is a good moment counter for sure. I said Quake first, no fair. Okay, sorry, I missed that. The fake legacy? Oh, you mean the Legacy Lion? Best counter. Heimdall also can be one of the best counters, technically. He's awakened, because he's awakened, you can start the fight with special 1, and as you launch that special 1, you gain true strike. So that is actually, technically on paper, I think, arguably one of the most potent, comprehensive, and quickly and easily accessible ways how to counter evade. That is a good argument there for purely counter. Ghost is also a very, very good evade counter from very first hit of the fight. Just got your ass handed to you with Grandmaster. Ouch, sorry to hear that. Did you check out my video guide? I hope you did. People have been saying that it's quite helpful. And more would be great avoid counter, right? Because no, not really, because you can't keep on attacking all the time, and if a void is jacked, you still end up taking a lot of damage. I think it means Gwen nullifying true strike. Oh, I'm actually not too sure how that works either, but. What's up, Jamari? How are you doing? Last question. Sure, no worries. Give me a last question. Would I get a 4-star Iceman from Basic Arena with 1? I don't know. Hopefully somebody in chat can answer you, but I have no idea. In beginner bracket, probably. I can definitely see that. Because the basic 4-stars, even like higher brackets go for like 2 million or something like that. So yeah, with 1 million, I'd guess you do. But again, don't quote me on that because I genuinely have no clue. I would also work decently to avoid. Yeah, She-Hulk can work decently if you can drop heavy attacks, but dropping heavy attacks is not always option. Man, he's good. And Mallman is a very good evade counter, yeah. People don't evade Colossus by heavies, that is also very correct, and I love that. They land best wish from Munich. Thank you very much, Andreas. Oh, sorry, Kabir Khan. Well, I hope that you get your revenge on him. Hope you get your revenge on him. Red Guardian, best void counter because he can't. No, he can gain debuffs. He can't gain buffs. He can very easily gain debuffs. So, no, that's not how it works. It would be very OP if he would also be debuff immune. That would be very, very, very OP. I think Iron Patriot is not getting buffed. If you mean Civil Warrior, yeah, then there I do have my worry about that. But Iron Patriot is not getting buffed though. Yeah, Civil Warrior. I do worry about that because you do need to dash back and hold block for 1.2 seconds every 12 seconds. So it's quite tricky. Pulled 6-star Gambit from Shattered Hearts Crystal. How should I feel about that? You should be very happy. Very happy. You know what you should do? I'm gonna tell you exactly what you should do, Darren. Exactly. Listen to this. Word for word.
Give me your fucking money!
I'm kidding, but any 6-star from those is good, and Gambit is alright now. No immunities for Civil Warrior. He actually loses some utility now as well. Rank 3 Warlock Sig 150 yesterday, and this day House Skill TF ICC Hoot rank 3 Awakened Aegon 660 or on Duped Fury. Have an Awakening Gem for skill. Use Awakening Gem on Nick Fury and rank 3 Nick Fury. That's what I would do anyways. Awaken Nick Fury. Leave him at Sig 1. He does not need any more signature stones. Ever. Really. And yeah. Go happy on with your life and rank 3 Nick Fury. Quite seriously, Nick Fury is like the most used champion I have. I think he's gonna go for under 50. I think Super Skrull goes for like 42, I don't know, 38 to 40. I don't know. I really am not good with these guys. No, plenty of mutants. It's still a 6-star though. Actually, he works small max so. Oh, cool. 6-star Dupe Gambit has the best prestige up to Sig 100. Ooh, I did not know that actually. I knew he has good low prestige, but I did not know that. So that's quite interesting. Now, if only my Gambit was duped. You noticed if you parry and don't move. I haven't noticed that trend. I have noticed some weird AI things for sure, but not that thing in particular. But hey, maybe you're right. Probably yeah. Who should I rank? Unawakened CMM, Iconic Fury, or Hyped? Can't awaken him. Probably CMM then. Hype does need his awaken ability quite badly in my opinion. Yes, I do think Invisible Woman should get a Punisher 2099 like tune-up, and I also think that at the very least, not on her base kit, that synergy when all Fantastic Four members are on your team, that basically kind of allows you to parry 90% of the time, should be up to 100% of the time. I'm gonna open my Abyss Nexus for Cosmic, BRB, well, best of luck, my friend. Hello there, beer guy. Good to see you. Thank you very much, Sean. I used your 6-star generic awakening gem. Yes, I used it on Dr. Doom. Hashtag prestige matters. dupe on my 5-star Sentinel love playing with him. Yeah, Sentinel. Well, I don't love playing with him, but I have used him in pretty much every meaningful piece of content, and I think he's very, very, very valuable champion. And I'll see you later, man. Nope. Well, the thing is, cause like I played this game. I started playing this game many years ago. It's been many years, and the game has changed drastically since I had anything to do with beginner bracket. And like 99% of the people who are playing this game are not in beginner bracket because it's only lasting 1 month. Yeah, exactly. I think if Invisible Woman would be able to parry and still be invisible, she would be so much better as a champion. Being Mutants pulled the 6-star Sunspot from my Act 7 completion awards. It's not a bad pull. I really hope for a Sunspot dupe. It's probably up there with my most wanted pulls right now. Because if I duped my Sunspot, I would take him to rank 3 and give him a crap ton of signature stones for prestige. Just saying. What would be a good Electro counter? Okay, so here we go. Quake, Omega Red with tentacle hits, Daredevil Hill's Kitchen, if he's decently high sig, Gambit with his medium hits, then you have stuff like Crossbones or OG Black Widow, then you have Archangel that is fantastic against Electro, then what else we have? Falcon with Lock On is insanely good against Electro, Aegon over 500 combo destroys Electro. Who else we have? We have a bunch of things. Who do you think is the most underrated champion in the game? I think there's a bunch. I don't think I have... Oh yeah, Namor Sig 200. Very good against Electro. That's quite bonkers there. Very nice now, Lawrence. CMM or CG? I would personally go with CG, but that's me. I would personally go with Corvus Glaive over CMM. Personal preference though. I love Invisible Woman so much. I love building specialty. Yeah, that is a quite cool thing you can do. I uploaded a video with building that level 2 thing. It was very fun. Moon Knight buff is coming, I can feel it, because he's getting the mini-series soon. Not mini-series, but series. Next month, buffs are going to be the big overhauls. Now, they can be either as good as Magneto, or next Daredevil Hell's Kitchens. What do you think? Janssen 2-2. Against Gamma against Electro. I don't think Havoc works with Gamma, but cool. I also don't like people comparing Sunspot to Human Torch. Both are very different champions and do very different things. On the node the other day in Act 7, which gives you a none and stuff incinerates. Oh yeah, I know which one you mean, and yeah, it is Clapback, I think. And yeah, that's very fun time with Sunspot and Human Torch and a few other champions. Quake answer to everything, kind of. Which champ is getting buffed? We don't know that. We just now found out which champions are getting buffed this month. So we have no clue which champions are getting buffed next month. Like CMM more. That's perfectly fine. If you like CMM more than Corvus Glaive, go with that. And here again, that's a perfectly viable opinion. Both of those champions are relatively comparable level. Both of them are great. Will Modo get a buff? We do not know. I hope Odin's good. I really do. Quite excited actually. Odin's one of those champions that kind of always, I don't know, commands respect. And if Kabam disrespects Odin, then they'll have like a war on their hands, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. Imagine full Iron Man overhaul. Yeah, that's also what I want. Iron Man overhaul. That would be perfect. October 15 is my birthday. I want Whiplash and Ironmonger coming to MCOC. Ironmonger might be a bit much, though, do you think? All Father Odin, bless the Baldur. Sure. Looking in center, literally a god, and yeah, exactly. That. There's always that power of million suns could come to repeat itself. Mr. Fantastic Cosmic Class, maybe. We'll see. Again, like let's just wait and see what happens. It might be Nick Fury. It might be Apocalypse. It might be Mr. Fantastic. It might be Heimdall. 0.0. Don't know. Wondering has a synergy to make Loki or OG Thor better. Yes, me too. I do hope he has some very cool synergies. Thorax. I honestly I hope they buff OG Thor, not Thorax. Screw Thor Ragnarok, man. I hate that champion so much. They need just either delete it or completely change his character model and the way he looks. It greatly upset me that Silver Surfer. Well, no. Yeah, okay. Silver Surfer is actually kind of a bit better than people gave him credit for. But he's nowhere near as good as he should have been. What's your champion about trophy? What's your opinion about trophy champs? Do you think they should be just? I think they can't. I think trophy champions cannot be top-end champions in nothing, in terms of prestige or in terms of abilities. If they are, Kabam's gonna have a huge PR issue. Imagine like Quake was a trophy champion, and only those who, like, I don't know, get first place in gifting event or top 3 in gifting event can get the Quake. There are no 5-star Quakes, nothing, like just 6-star Quake. So the team that gets first place in gifting event would win every war if nobody else has Quake and they do. You know what I mean? Then it would be pure definition of pay to win. You would have paid the most money to effectively be able to beat anybody in Alliance War. Or if they next gifting event, they give away 6-star with highest prestige, the highest spending alliance, and automatically whichever alliance wins the gifting event is the best prestige alliance for foreseeable future, and they take first place in every AQ. No trophy champ can be top of anything. They don't have to make them useless. They can have all right prestige. They can be all right useful somewhere, kind of like, I don't know, Weapon X or something. But they cannot be like great or good. Power of a million dead suns, pretty much. Odin will be a support champion? Hopefully not. Odin is actually quite like badass himself, you know. Maybe Odin makes Heimdall playable, hopefully. Or Heimdall just needs a little bit of a buff like Civil Warrior or something. Dorag just looks at the name, Rags. Yeah, pretty much. What hero is a counter to Infinity Man? Oh, it's a ton, man. Like, you can use Chorus, you can use Human Torch. Warlock counters him great. It's a ton of great counters to Iron Man Infinity War these days. You just kind of need to know what you're doing, how to play around him. Oh, come on. Horseman Wolverine Incursions. Oh, that is quite decent fun. Do you feel that Quake, although arguably better, is often overlooked? And yes, I do feel that Quake is often overlooked because people, I don't like their playstyle. It's most often that people don't want to put in time to practice with her. Odin would be like a loss. Who knows? Again, we can speculate all day, or we can wait till like Monday to find out. Just waiting for Kabam to introduce or choose any champion you want 6-star. That would be... that'd be insane. Opinions on Karnak? Karnak is not the great. Karnak needs a buff. Karnak needs some love. It's not like useless or anything. I like the fact that Awakened Karnak can heal with Suicide Master is active. That's very cool. But realistically, he needs some love. Karnak does need some love. Morning. Hey, what's up, Ollie? Ali? What score will I settle? Well, for these kind of like quote-unquote undesirables, like non-hyped featured 5-star champions, I always just end up grinding out my 6 stars 6 times, like twice a day for like 2 hours, and that is it. That's what I do, that's where I stop, and that typically comes out at around 50 million, or thereabouts 50 million, something like that. And yeah, that will be my score. I think he's gonna go for like low 40s, probably. But yeah, as I'm grinding, I'm gonna go for something, wherever I end up when I grind out my last set of 6 stars tomorrow. Quick reminder, tomorrow is Sunday, so on Sundays I do not do early morning stream, but I will obviously do the grind stream just slightly later, because I'm not trying to squeeze in 7th run with 6 stars. So it gives me a bit more leeway, and on Sundays it's kind of like a bit of a sleeping day with my girlfriend. So I'll be streaming at some point relatively early-ish, but it's not going to be this 8:30 morning stream. We're back on Monday though. Oh, how would I put Scarlet Witch in Mystic class? I don't know, somewhere in the middle. She's nothing special anymore to me. Scarlet Witch is cool trophy. About as yeah, I know. I look at her similar to the way I look at Gamora. The 5 stars that I don't have that I want, one of the OGs, but I'll never take her to 200 in rank 5 unless something drastic changes. Silver will be a great counter to Iron Man Infinity War soon, by the looks of it. Well, he already technically kind of is, I think. Karnak animations are quite smooth, yes. Heimdall should be immune to reverse control, yes. That should be cool, quite cool, yes. And he should also be, yeah, no, well, fair enough. I think that could work. Like they did with Weapon X. He hasn't the best of anything, but he was good. Yeah, Weapon X is perfectly acceptable as a trophy champion. As in, like, yeah, he's useful. He does well on defense. Alright, at the very least, but he's not like busted OP. The MCOC just literally littered by the mutant class. Of course, not including CLoSSTAnG, but he's... MCOC has millions of mutants. Because I do think that mutant class, I think, is the biggest class in the game. Let's take a look. Aunt May. I think you're right. I think mutant class has the most amount of champions. So we're gonna sort them out here. Science class, 30. I'm gonna pull this up a bit. Here we go. Yeah, so science class, 30. Skill class, 32. Tech class, 30. Cosmic class, 37. Mystic class, 29. Mutants, 36. So technically Cosmic has more. Technically Cosmic is the biggest class. Fair enough. If you remember, I asked about tips regarding how to get a friend hooked to the game. Well, he spent more than 10 minutes playing it, so I think we got him very good. Very, very, very good. Now you need to get him hooked on my channel. You go and tell your friend that this guy has the sexiest accent you have ever heard, and you cannot let a day go by without visiting my channel. That's how we get him, yeah? Play the sexy card. I had so much 6 stones, one day I'm gonna seek 200 her. That's fair point. Yeah. At this point I don't think it's arguable what class is the best. I do think it's arguable. I think it's very arguable. Well, yeah, okay, that is the correct thing, but okay, let me put it like this. Yes, Mutant has the highest amount of good champions, but if Mutants are so good, why is nobody playing Mutant champions in AQ, map 6 or map 7? If they're so OP, they're getting special OP Mutant buff. And they're pretty much the least used class in the AQ. Because they can't answer any of the mini bosses, they can't answer any of the bosses, and they're very bad for most of the paths. Most of the people bring in 0 mutants in higher tier maps. Why is that? If they're so good, and they have specific buffs that make them better for X-Men and mutants. Right now in Alliance Quest, map 6, map 7. Take a look at your battle group. How many mutant champions you see there? Statistical average per every battle group should be 5. But is everybody, folks? How many people bring in boss counters? Because the boss is anti-mutant. Okay, fair enough. But is everybody fighting the boss? Is everybody bringing in a counter for Apocalypse? Because if there is a no counter for Apocalypse on team, and besides, you wouldn't bring in 3 counters for a boss. Like, you know what I mean? Mutant is not the best class for actual usefulness. Mutant is the best class in terms of highest amount of good, fun, great champions, whatever. They're definitely, in my opinion, not the best class when it comes to actually being useful in the game. Mutant, to me, largely in this game describes the word excessive, over the top, or whatever. There are big prowess effects, some big yellow numbers. Ultimately, they do have a decent bunch of utilities, but yeah, I also think Science is the best class. And I also think I have proved it because when I did my Alliance War offensive meta, Science was the most used. When I did my AQ offensive meta, I think Science was the second best used and only behind Corvus, because Corvus is by far the most popular option for everything. And ultimately, like, when I ask a question to myself, which is the one class I would use to beat this game, if I had to pick one class to deal with every single piece of content in this game, it would definitely, without a doubt, be Science. Mystic class does not have most utility, no. I think Science class has most utility. Here's the problem with Mystic class in general. Up until now, everything in Mystic class kind of revolves around buffs and nullifying buffs and Mystic dispersion. So I think they have made it very kind of like focused and singular class that's very good for that, but like nobody takes Dr. Doom to go casually quest, right? Dr. Doom typically isn't like your first questing option in like a random uncollected or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They're very good for what they do and for their good matchups, but they're not like kind of like overly broad as a class. I use Colossal map 737, that's fair enough. I'm not saying nobody's using any mutants. I bring in some mutants some of the time. Okay, but there is a video that I did a bit ago. One second. I actually had data for this. Your beard is the best class, thanks. T. You mutant. Alliance Quest meta map 7. There we go. Uploaded this not too long ago. Check out this video. There are actual numbers that I realistically could take from my own alliance. That class is the best in it. Well, again, that's whatever you believe, and many people do believe mutants are best, and that's perfectly fine. There's definitely an argument to be made for mutant class to be best. I just happen to disagree with the importance of those arguments. Your wallet is the best class, probably. Other content in which mutant can dominate, but the thing is, mutant doesn't dominate. Mutant's never like only exclusively like, oh, this quest is like run by mutants. Like, mutants aren't like the dominant champions in any of the variants. You need these 5 mutants and all the other champions. Mutants are second worst class in Alliance War offense. Because I did like the entire season where I took the stats basically of what everybody used. Mutants were the second lowest used class like a month and a half ago in Alliance War. High-end Alliance War. Mutants are one of the lowest used in AQ. And people like to love mutants, but when you actually look at the numbers and stats and day-to-day life, then the class isn't OP. It's barely competing. Because mutants might have Storm Pyramid X, and mutants might have Professor X, and whatever else that can do plenty of different things, and everybody says there's so much utility, and it's right, there is. But when push comes to shove, you're gonna go use Nick Fury, and Doctor Doom, and Ghost, and Quake. You know what I mean? There are a ton of good abilities in mutant class, but you don't use something that's good, you want the best for something. Mutants have very little that is the best for something. AA and Magneto is a huge thing, yes, and it's probably one of the things that picks up mutant class a lot. I do use Doom as my casual quester, fair enough, but I don't imagine it's a very popular option. OSL, the one champion in the mutant class, bodies all metal champions, that being Max. Yeah, okay. Again, I can see arguments about mutant class, and don't get me wrong, I don't think mutant class is bad at all. And I'm perfectly willing to accept that I might be wrong, and mutant class might be the best class. I'm saying, for me, it's not foregone conclusion. Because when it comes to this mutant class being so amazing, I just don't see evidence for it, aside from people loving many mutants. And mutant class having like many good champions. Mutants haven't like typically been like most used in anything. Still aren't. We have AQ season that's meant to push mutants, it's failing. And mutants are very little used in AQ. Mutants are very little used in Alliance War compared to other classes. So where is the greatness? Where is the greatness of mutant class? Hood looks really decent on paper, but it seems... Yeah, I know. It does seem a bit dodgy about Hood. Their thoughts on the casket side quest? I haven't read it properly. I will try to read it soon. Yeah, just one on collect, 7 and 9 gonna be tough. So if you just... Oh, you mean the caskets? Well, you're gonna need to see what you can and can't do. I think having a Magneto and team just bodies the game. Not quite true. I don't agree. If you haven't followed that series, go next. I wanted to make a follow-up and I started recording everything. I'll do it for next season because a lot of crap happened this season, and obviously I also had quite a big life change during that, so I'll be honest, I just but I forgot about a couple of wars and then I didn't keep track. I will do the Alliance War Meta video again, but it's just not going to be about this season. What do you mean? I totally agree. I already watched that video. I'm actually watching every one of your videos. Great stuff. Thank you very much, Dominus Mao. Appreciate that. Sentry just makes me disrespect science class in my... That Sentry is a bit of a painful memory, painful reminder of what Kabam's capable of. Colossus. Again, Daniel, that's perfectly valid opinion if you feel that way. I don't quite feel that way. I love all of those champions, don't get me wrong. I have a maxed out 5-star Archangel, I have rank 3 Colossus and rank 3 Magneto, and I use them. But I just don't think it's quite as cut and out and dry like that. I think Mutant class has a lot of things that they're best at. Yeah, for instance, like getting prowesses or a bunch of other things, but I think that the things that Mutant class is the best at are the things that matter the least in the game. Or at the very least currently in the current content. Omega is not the best one, hasn't ghosted. Honestly, we're looking at the best Alliance content. I'm not just looking at Alliance content, even in regular questing content stuff like that. I don't think any mutant is going to be like my go-to option. Like if I would have to go in, like if somebody told me here is crazy difficult quest, yeah, it's gonna be long, it's gonna be 30 different bosses, and I have no idea who I'm countering. I have no idea what's going to be that I'm facing. And I can bring in like team of 5. I'm gonna bring in Nick Fury, I'm gonna bring in Quake, I'm gonna bring in Dr. Doom, I'm gonna bring in Ghost, and then I would think about the last spot. But definitely, well, it might be Archangel or Magneto, maybe. But the fact is, no mutant is kind of like an immediate must bring in for me at the very least. So, again, I just don't see where that shine is. Well, the thing, like, look at that video. I'm saying, like, mutants with buff are second least used class. Assuming that mutant buff for AQ is shit and it doesn't matter, they should at least have the kind of like average usage, right? That's what I'm saying. Even with the buff. Okay, it's bad buff. But if the mutant class was the best, then they wouldn't need a buff to be most popular in AQ. You get me? And the mutant buff for AQ sucks. Yeah, well, there you go. I think those mutant buffs suck, but even if there wasn't a buff and mutant class was so good, they should still be statistically brought in more rather than less. And currently they are the 5th in popularity in AQ from like the sample day. Yeah, but get me? You can't blame a shitty buff there for mutants being second worst brought in class. I think Omega is jet, but that's fair enough, Simrat. Omega, that is also a valid discussion. Ghost or Omega on Biohazard. That's a valid discussion. This is British India dividing the base of class. KT hit that combo, but didn't hit. But come on, man! I'm just not paying much attention. Torch Magneto doing Fury Quake would be my pick. That's fair. But again, if mutant class is that dominant, shouldn't you bring in a whole bunch of mutants? It's a very long one. That's fair. You can bring in Gilly, that's fine. And I said that's fine. If you don't think AQ or AW matters to you, that's fine. They do matter a lot to me though, and they are one of the most important things. They are the most competitive things, and they do matter to me. If you don't think they matter to you, that's fine, but I don't think that outside of AQ or AW mutant class is all that amazing either way. That's fine. You say AQ, AW doesn't matter. Okay, I agree with you. For the sake of argument, let's take AQ or AW out of question. Is mutant class that dominant? Which quest have you seen that you can't go without having amazing mutants? Which variant, for instance, they dominate in? Which variant is where you largely depend on mutant champions. Variant 1, no, they don't really matter. It's chapter 1 where you can use them, and it's the easiest one. Variant 2 is extra large. And yeah, Apocalypse is good, but typically it's referred to as kind of like Venom the Duck or Thing, Cheese variant or whatever. It's definitely not referred to as a mutant, insane, must-have variant. Variant 3 is tech, so obviously that's not going to be where they shine. Variant 4, you have to go through all the different classes, but you still typically don't bring overly large amount of mutants in anywhere in Variant 4. You have a mixture of everything. Variant 5 is Mystics or Spider-Verse, so they can't do anything there. Variant 6 is villains, but still the show gets stolen by Doctor Doom, the show gets stolen by Venom and Sentinel, and yeah, Apocalypse was used for a couple of lanes, but that's about it. Okay, so variants is not where they shine. Any act content in particular? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, Colossus puts in a lot of work in Act 6, but so do Ghostquake, Nick, and Doom, and plenty of other champions. There's definitely no superiority of a mutant class in anywhere that I have noticed in game at all whatsoever, to no extent. So no, I don't think mutant class is the best class. At all. And you're perfectly fine to think what you do. It's just no matter how I try to reason with myself, because I'd like to agree with you, because that's the quote-unquote popular opinion. Not a popular thing to say otherwise. Probably 5 dislikes on me saying all these things about mutants on this video already. But I'd like to agree with you, but I don't, because I don't see it. I see how people would think that, because there's a lot of good champions that are mutant in this game, and they have a lot of things that other classes don't, but ultimately when push comes to shove, they just don't matter much. Kind of Apocalypse making somebody a horseman. That ability is cool and fun, but it's not needed. It's not must-have ability. So there you go. That's what I think, anyways. You should do a meetup this summer. If I would like that. I would like that if I can. I really would actually. Kidding, please don't get offended. I don't think AQAW. Okay, I read that one. Both Ghost and Ghost. I always Omega. That's fair. I am not the biggest fan of Omega and Biohazard. I'd rather personally probably use Colossus or Ghost or a few other champions. Or just going with Bleeding. AQ stats, you have to remove CG. Why? Why are you telling me to remove anything? That's what gets used. That's what gets used. There's like no exceptions. If mutant class gets like, yeah, why remove that? I don't know. If you collect your own stats and can explain to me exactly why you want to remove something from your stats, that's perfectly fine. I may or may not agree with that, but I don't think that anything should be removed, because God of Glaive is in Cosmic class, for example. Okay, time to go. Alright, see you, man. Colossus, Mags, and Omega wipe the whole Act 7. I say Ghost, Quake, and Nick Fury wipe all of Act 6. Variant 6, the show gets stolen by Kingpin? Maybe. Yeah, mutant class has the largest amount of useful / good champions, which makes it look like the best. I don't think it's as simple as that. Which class would I propose to be best? Currently, probably Science. If I had to pick one class to play the game with, even if it didn't have Quake, I'd go with Science. Or even if there is never gonna be a 6-star Quake, it still goes. Like, you know what I mean. I'd probably pick Science, and that's not because of Quake. because they have a bunch of slow options, because of Fantastic Four has a great set of utilities built into them, because Captain America, Infinity War, and Void are extremely useful champions. It's because even Yellow Jacket has a ton of good utility that just deal with the things that I think are most important in the game. They are some of the best, if not the best, evade unstoppable counters. They can reverse power gain or healing. And yeah, the one class that I would go with is Science. CG is not an indicator of Cosmic Laska, he's an outlier, but every Laska is an outlier. Okay, in that case, let's take out, like, if you start stripping parts of the class based on some sort of arguments that you think deserves them to get banned, then how about we take a champion out of every class, and why stop there? Let's take away 3 best champions of every class that you don't think are indicate from the rest of the class. How about we take out Archangel, Magneto, and Colossus from Mutant class and go through every class? Like, I disagree. I think where the champion lands, he's part of the class, and if he is that dominant to skew the effects and results, then that needs to be taken in consideration. Still in that class. Yeah, Quake could have very well be in Cosmic, yes, you're absolutely right. How much would that change the game? It's quite an interesting idea. It would be quite a big change, wouldn't it? How many points do you think I can get with 95 6 stars and 155 stars? A lot. That's a very big account. You should be easily able to pick up these casual 5 stars with no unit investment and without grinding too hard. With that account, if you grind out your 5 and 6s twice a day, you will get pretty much any new champion that's not overly hyped, is what I think. Obviously, you need to test to know where exactly you land. As I said, for me, I just grind out my 6 stars twice a day. Yeah, exactly. Eventually, if you want to end down the line of nerfing everyone or discounting everybody, that's exactly right. But yeah, I actually enjoyed this conversation and what you guys are saying and talking about Mutant Class. Because Mutant Class is freaking awesome. There are so many good champions in Mutant Class. They just don't seem to be making all that much of a difference. As in, like, obviously, like Archangel, Magneto, Colossus, Omega Red, those champions are used and matter in this game, and you can see them a lot. But there are 3-4 champions for every class, and no class, in my opinion, has like a very significant kind of like lead. Even though, like, looking at everything, Mutant Class should. Mutant Class right now kind of reminds me of that football club that has new ownership and just buys all the star players, like Real Madrid or whatever. When they go bank, they buy every best player in the world, and then end up getting beat by a team who has significantly less impressive roster. That's how I look at Mutant Class right now. There's definitely going with star-studded cast. Which is part of the reason why this game's so interesting. Which is definitely part of the reason why this game's so interesting. Just dropped 141k heavy. Oh. Yeah, you can do some very fun things with Cosmic Ghost, I admit. Roy Tio. Punch, 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 done. Okay, actually, I talked too much today. I really need to hurry up and finish this. It's playing too slow. Oh yeah, Angela buff definitely does look quite exciting. You're absolutely right. 100% there. No doubt. A quake away from Sage. Okay, so there's Mr. Fantastic, who is very useful in my opinion, significantly underrated. Also, there's Fantastic Force as a group. As you said, Void Thing, Cap, Infinity War, Immortal Abomination, Red Guardian with Abomination, and there's a ton of good champions in my opinion. We can take a look at exactly who's there. Oh, no problem doing that. And I think all of the ability kits that they combine with evade prevention, with everything else, is probably the most comprehensive. Even if you take Quake away. But realistically, you can still use Quake even in 6-star meta. Exactly like Abomination, Beast with Red Guardian synergy, one of the best kind of questing poison champions. Mortal Abomination, arguably one of the best champions about last year. Captain America Infinity War utility machine, so good for pretty much most of the content and all the game modes. I personally enjoy and use Immortal Hulk a lot, and he can definitely be used to blitz a crap ton of content with level 2 and huge damage. Gulk, one of the unique champions that deals with passive degens and stuff like that, together with Spider-Ham, and that's also unique to Science class. And there's Human Torch, especially with no flames, obviously good amount of use. Luke Cage, so much better than people give him credit for. Even MODOK has heal reverse that will work when nothing else works, like MODOK can heal reverse Nick Fury and basically kill him, bypassing LMD and things like that. Mr. Fantastic, crazy good amount of utility, especially if you run him in full Fantastic Four team. Red Hulk, Hazard Shift Incinerate, so important for Alliance War, and is just putting in work for so many different people. Red Guardian, bypass CMP modification, Brute Force, so on and so forth. Then there's obviously She-Hulk and Spider-Gwen, who are very good. The Power Stings, you have Yellow Jacket Power Stings, Wasp Void. Man, the entire class is largely stacked with good usable champions and abilities that are very hard to find elsewhere. We go through Mutant class. I'm not spending, like, man, I'm trying to grind. Trying to grind, do you understand? I can go through Mutant class. And again, as I said, Mutant class has a lot of good champions. I'm not trying to deny that. Mutant class does look insane on paper. What I am saying, when it comes to actually playing the game and using the champions in the game, I just don't see the huge effect. The Miltas. Yeah, Luke Cage is crazy underrated. I agree. But yeah, I need to go because I'm actually probably gonna have to finish this. I talked way too much on today's stream. Because I grinded way too slow. Oh, in 5-star got Black Panther Classic. Black Panther Classic is about to get buffed though. You get me? All good conversation. I want to sleep. Alright, say the Terminator. There we go. Come on, how many more I have? Pretty please, make this stop. Yeah, OG Black Panther is getting buff soon, so that might actually be a very good pull for you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Never again. Talk too much. And get some Super Skrull content from you. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. I'm not gonna take him past rank 3 most likely, but we'll see what happens. The rank 4 name or Gilly 2099? Gilly 2099 in my opinion. Definitely. Gilly 2099. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Not complaining at all. Just doing my morning grind stuff here. But yeah, I was too slow. I talked too much and well, you know. Come on, parry, perfect. Yes, get that. Whatever. Man, Mr. Sinister, I feel like, is a champion who has a lot under the hood, just needs some little bit of a help to make him good. Needs some changes, like his SIG ability. I don't think it all should be entirely class-based. I think those persistent charges should like serve some more generic function. And yeah, they just need to be more effective. And he could be a very good champion. No, love juice does not convert to anything when an event expires. When an event expires, you lose your love juice. Not coming back, and it's your fault. Yes, Lawrence, they will just disappear. Okay, so since pauses debuffs with heavy charging, can you just degen parry and then just heavy charge for 3.6 years? No, but because he doesn't have infinite heavy charge, his heavy charge expires at some point. So if he had like the heavy charge like Quake or some other champions have, where you can charge like heavy infinitely, I think with Tiger as well, then yeah, you could just do that and it would be OP and it would be insane, which is the reason why you can't. What's up, Petrol? How are you doing? Went to roll potion farming clear to Black Panther. Oh, very good. I often do that. I think most of the time when I farm potions in Realm of Legends, I just end up like doing full quest. No, you can only hold the... Yeah, exactly. You can only hold that heavy attack for so long. Look at that, we just hit 900,000 battle chips, by the way, guys. I didn't notice before. 900k battle chips. I'm quite confident that the first time in my life that I have 900k battle chips. So, let's get to 1 million. 20 million points from today alone. I'm assuming 60. Oh yeah. 60 million is very, very easy. Good. I mean, good. I might have to test out Odin. For Odin, you probably will. I don't know. The hype's quite big. For Odin, you will likely want to go a bit harder than for these champions. You always need to consider how hyped up the champion is. If you go on YouTube and if you see a dozen, oh my god, beyond god tier, next cool shit, and look at these huge numbers kind of videos, then you will need probably more than 60 points. If hype is real for a champion, you're gonna need a lot more points than like for these ones that are not overly hyped. Alright, see you in here. Good luck, enjoy your studies. Hope I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm alright, can't complain. Really scratching my head, why is this Masaka getting buffed? Yes, he's kind of hard to play, but he's not so bad. Yeah, I know it is a bit weird, but hey, it is what it is, so. What's Thekiryu, and right now I'm ranking 5-star torch rank 4. Nice, congratulations. Torch is a very, very good rank up option. Very good way to get 5-star champions faster. Play the game more. Play harder stuff in this game. That's about it. Play the hardest content that you can possibly play. And spend more time playing it. Instead of trying to... Okay, let me put like... Instead of getting 300 units and buying a featured Cavalier Crystal, spend 300 units on 10 energy refills. There is no magic in this game. There's no cheat or fast way outside of money. The fastest way to get 5-star champion is, yeah, buy an Odin and pop 5-star crystals. Sorry, pop Cav crystals. That would be the fastest way to do it. But if you don't want to spend money, then basically just play whatever is the hardest thing in this game that you can play. I said I should buff Doom, I was joking, but after my... maybe, yeah, no, they're not gonna buff Doom, my friend. But make last path and Abyss want to make, just between Tech, Nexus and Mystic for Ghost. Or Doom. Have a lot of nullify options. Go with Doom in my opinion, 100%. Sorry. Nullify champs, that's perfectly fine, but... Okay, so... Who are your second best pulls? Let's say you don't get the champion that you want from any of the class. Think about how many other champions you would want. Also, keep in mind that Doom has much higher prestige, and any signature stones in Ghost are effectively wasted, and you're setting yourself back hugely prestige-wise. So there's a huge downside in that. For me, that would be it. That would automatically disqualify me for even thinking about doing that. Warlock and Claire. Okay, go for next champion after Warlock and Claire. Open 21 tier 4 Catalyst Crystals to get the Science tier 4 Port Churchill. Yeah, that's... I know. I swear, the game knows. The game knows what you want. Now, I think the biggest thing about Massacre, though, is... And the reason why I probably will end up making a video about him is that it's going to be easier to ignite and the ignition is going to be longer, so... There's that, right? Thank you. No worries. Oh, look at that. After a season, if I don't get science, it doesn't suck enough. Well, don't scream. If Doom ever falls into redundancy, it won't happen unless they actively nerf him or counter him, like with specific changes in other champions. You'd rather see him buffed or Doom 2099? I'd rather see him buffed. I don't get everybody's obsession with 2099 champions. What's up, Justin Chang? How are you doing? But yeah, I've been going for 2 hours and 6 minutes. This is far too long. Yesterday I got through the same set of champions in like an hour 40. So I've been taking far too much time today. I've been chatting too much, I guess. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna go and finish this off screen because I'm actually getting very, very hungry. So, no worries, guys. I will be back later today for sure. There will be videos coming out very soon. As soon as I'm done grinding this, I'm gonna start making MCOC video somewhere in between breakfast and all that other stuff. And then there should be some other cool stuff coming. I have a war video that I need to make. I will make a video talking about Massacre. And then there's gonna be maybe one more. We'll see. Either way, you guys definitely have been absolutely amazing. So stay tuned about all the cool things coming out on the channel every single day. I try my best to put out quite hardy, hefty amount of good content, or what I would consider to be at least acceptable level of content. I think on MCOC. Either way, you guys are awesome, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about